Hey guys, welcome to Dream Decoder. There's nothing quite like getting into bed and drifting off to sleep, you know? Lights out, cozy blankets, maybe a little white noise in the background. Bliss. But while some people sleep like rocks all night, others, well, they're off on wild adventures in dreamland. You ever wake up from one of those and think, what in the world was that all about? I know I have. Dreams can be totally bizarre, confusing, even a little scary sometimes. But you know what? They're not just random jumbles in our brains. Oh no, those dreams are trying to tell us something. But what do our most common dreams actually mean? Well, Simba Mattress did this really cool thing called the Dream Census. They analyzed over 2,000 UK adults' dreams to figure out what we're all dreaming about. And get this, some themes popped up again and again. So today, we're diving into the 6 most common dreams and what they really mean. Get ready to decode those dreams, folks. All right, first up, let's talk about dreams where you find yourself reuniting with someone from your past. These dreams can feel so vivid, almost as if you've actually traveled back in time for a few precious moments. And this one, my friends, is a real classic. Believe it or not, it's actually the most common dream people report having. In fact, about 13% of people say they've experienced this kind of dream at least once. That's a lot of us reliving old memories while we sleep. Now, let's be honest. Who hasn't woken up from a dream about an old friend, a long-lost love, or even someone who's no longer with us, and felt that strange mix of happiness and sadness? It's that bittersweet nostalgia that lingers, making you wonder what could have been or what you might have said if you had one more chance. These dreams can be super intense, right? One minute you're laughing with your childhood best friend, the next you're slow dancing with your high school sweetheart, or maybe you're just sitting quietly with someone you miss dearly. It's like your mind has its own secret time machine, letting you revisit moments and people you thought you'd left behind. But what's really going on here? Why do our minds keep bringing us back to these people and places from our past, especially when we least expect it? Well, according to dream experts, these dreams often reflect unresolved feelings or unfinished business. Maybe there's something you wish you'd said, or something you wish you'd done differently. Sometimes it's just pure nostalgia, a longing for simpler times, for the comfort of people who made you feel safe, understood, and loved. Our brains use dreams to process these emotions, to help us make sense of our own stories. Think about it for a second. Who keeps showing up in your dreams? Is it that friend you lost touch with after a big argument? That first love who slipped away before you were ready to say goodbye? Or maybe it's your beloved grandma, the one who always knew how to make you feel special, no matter what. These dreams might just be your subconscious mind's way of helping you process those lingering emotions, to find some kind of closure, or even to remind you of the connections that have shaped who you are today. So next time you wake up from one of these dreams, take a moment to reflect. Maybe there's a message there waiting for you to discover. Okay, next up we're getting a little steamy, folks. Let's talk about something that's on a lot of people's minds, whether they admit it or not. Dreams that are all about love, connection, and yes, sometimes a little bit of spice. Because the second most common dream, also experienced by 13% of people, is all about intimacy and romance. That's right, these dreams are surprisingly universal, popping up in all sorts of ways for people of every age and background. Now, I'm not going to get too graphic here, keep it PG, people. But let's be real, these dreams can sometimes catch us off guard, leaving us blushing in the morning or even laughing at how wild our subconscious can get. But these dreams can range from sweet and innocent crushes, like that cute barista you see every morning, to, well, let's just say some seriously passionate encounters that might make you wake up with your heart racing. And hey, no judgment here. Dreams are a safe space to explore all kinds of desires and fantasies. They let us play out scenarios we might never act on in real life, or even things we didn't know we wanted. But what's the psychology behind these romantic rendezvous in dreamland? Why do our minds conjure up these stories while we sleep? Well, just like those reunions with people from the past, dreams about intimacy often reflect our emotional needs and desires. They can be a window into what we're truly longing for, even if we don't say it out loud. They can be a sign that we're craving connection, affection, maybe a little more spice in our lives. Sometimes, it's about wanting to feel close to someone, or just needing a little extra warmth and comfort. And sometimes, they can even mirror our real-life relationships, or maybe even our hopes and wishes for the future. If you're dreaming about romance, it might be your mind's way of working through feelings you haven't fully processed yet. Think about it. Are you feeling particularly loved up in your waking life? Maybe you're surrounded by affection, or you're just in a really good place emotionally. Maybe you're in a new relationship or things are going swimmingly with your significant other. Those butterflies and happy moments can definitely find their way into your dreams, making them feel extra sweet. Those positive vibes can definitely spill over into your dreams. Sometimes your brain just wants to keep the good feelings going, even after you've drifted off to sleep. On the flip side, if you're feeling lonely, neglected, or like you're missing a little something, well, those feelings can manifest in your dreams too. Your subconscious might be nudging you to seek out more connection, or simply reminding you of what you're missing and what you might want to focus on in your waking life. All right, we're shifting gears here, from those sweet, lovey-dovey dreams to something a little more, shall we say, intense and nerve-wracking. Buckle up, because things are about to get a bit more dramatic. Our next common dream is the stuff of nightmares, literally. These are the dreams that jolt you awake in the middle of the night, heart racing, palms sweaty, and mind spinning. Dreams where you're being chased, lost, or trapped. Sound familiar? If you've ever woken up breathless after running from some unseen threat, or found yourself hopelessly lost in a dreamscape, you're definitely not alone. That feeling of sheer panic, your heart pounding in your chest, desperately trying to escape. It's like your body is convinced you're in real danger, even though you're just lying safely in bed. Not exactly the most relaxing way to spend your night, right? And here's the thing. These anxiety-driven dreams are surprisingly common. In fact, studies show that about 11% of people report having them regularly. That's a lot of us tossing and turning. But why do our brains insist on putting us through these stressful scenarios night after night? What's the point of all this midnight mayhem? Well, you guessed it. It's all about what's going on in our waking lives. Our dreams often act as a mirror, reflecting the stress, anxiety, and unresolved issues we're dealing with during the day. These dreams are often linked to feeling overwhelmed, under pressure, or trying to escape a problem that's been weighing us down. Maybe you're facing a tough deadline, a difficult relationship, or a big life decision. Think of it like your subconscious waving a big red flag, shouting, "Hey, something's not right, we need to deal with this." It's your mind's way of getting your attention, even if it means scaring you a little. Now, the specific details of the dream can give you even more clues about what's really bugging you. Paying attention to these details can actually help you understand yourself better. For example, being chased by a shadowy figure might represent a fear of the unknown, or maybe you're running from a problem you don't want to face. Being lost in a maze could symbolize feeling stuck, confused, or uncertain about your path in life, like you're searching for answers but can't quite find your way. And as for being trapped, that's a classic sign. It could point to feeling suffocated, restricted, or controlled in a situation, maybe at work, in a relationship, or even by your own expectations. These dreams are your mind's way of telling you it's time to break free, or at least take a closer look at what's holding you back. Okay, let's take a break from the scary stuff and talk about something a little more uplifting, shall we? Because our next common dream is pure magic, flying or floating. I don't know about you, but I love those dreams where you just effortlessly soar through the air, the wind in your hair, the world spread out beneath you like a map. It's like pure freedom. And it seems like a lot of people agree, because 6% of us report having these exhilarating dreams. But what's the deeper meaning behind these aerial adventures? Well, not surprisingly, dreams about flying or floating often symbolize escapism, a desire for freedom or overcoming obstacles in our waking lives. They can be a sign that we're feeling optimistic, empowered, and ready to take on the world. Think about it. Are you working on a challenging project? Maybe you're facing a big decision or trying to break free from a limiting situation. Dreams of flying can be your subconscious mind's way of saying, "You got this, spread your wings and soar." They can be a powerful reminder of your own strength and resilience. All right, back down to earth we go, and unfortunately, it's not exactly a smooth landing, because our next common dream is another classic anxiety dream falling. You know the feeling, that sudden lurch in your stomach, the ground rushing up to meet you, and then, bam! You wake up with a jolt, heart racing. Not fun. And it turns out, 6% of people experience this heart-stopping dream. But why do our brains feel the need to give us mini heart attacks in our sleep? Well, just like dreams of being chased or trapped, dreams of falling are often tied to feelings of insecurity, fear of failure, or loss of control in some area of our lives. It's like our subconscious is saying, "Watch out, things are a little shaky right now." Now, the context of the dream can give you some clues about what's really going on. Are you falling from a great height? That could symbolize feeling overwhelmed or out of your depth. Are you tripping and falling? That might point to feeling insecure or like you're making mistakes. And if you're being pushed, well, that could suggest feeling sabotaged or unsupported by someone in your waking life. Okay, last but not least, we've got a dream that's just plain creepy, being unable to move. You know the drill, you're lying in bed, you try to scream, to run, to do anything, but your body just won't respond. It's like being trapped in your own personal horror movie. And while it might sound like something out of Stranger Things, 6% of people report experiencing this terrifying dream. But what's the deal with these sleep paralysis episodes? Well, sometimes it can be a physical phenomenon related to sleep paralysis, where your mind wakes up before your body does. But other times, it's a symbolic dream reflecting feelings of being stuck, powerless, or unable to act in a situation. Think about it. Are you feeling trapped in a job you hate? Maybe you're in a relationship that's no longer serving you, or you're facing a difficult decision but feel paralyzed by fear. These dreams could be your subconscious urging you to take back control, to find your voice, and to make a change. So, whether you're flying high or running from danger, your dreams are trying to tell you something about your waking life. They're like little messages from your subconscious, offering insights into your deepest fears, desires, and emotions. Pretty cool, right? Now, I want to hear from you. What are some of the craziest, most vivid dreams you've ever had? Tell me all about it in the comments below. And hey, maybe we can even decode them together. Remember,